Project Restoration, Jeremiah 20 again. Today, just want to talk about this COVID-19. Um, February 27th, seen a lot of churches open. And I'm just trying to ask some serious questions concerning this operation of churches opening. Number one, everyone knows about Ebola and how it was handled. And everyone knows that it took severe quarantine where people were almost starving to death in order to wipe out or to sustain Ebola. There was no gathering together. Man, they had to bring the army out. If America can't handle this virus, what if one worse would come? We're so confused. We got MSNBC. Let me start with Kamala Harris. Probably had good intentions, but she said, I'm not going to take a Trump vaccine. Well, if you're educated, you know that the reason why the Ebola spread in West Africa was because of the fear of taking something from a government official. They didn't trust the whole thing was a lack of trust of government. And you come out and you make a statement like that, a Trump vaccine, but I'll take it from science. Well, that's personal. Stop and think. That was personal opinion. But the same scientists created the vaccine that they support, the left. They support the vaccine that was created by this scientist. But it's the same scientists who created the vaccine and are rolling it out now. Now, take Trump off the picture. Either the vaccine is good or it's bad. How did it become a Trump vaccine? Look at the play on words. Words put a spell out there. So now you have the same fear that hit the Ugandans and the plagues in West Africa. The same fear. Spread it. And then we see the black lady comes out and takes the vaccine. No, because I don't want them to think it's a Trump vaccine. I get that. But now we have Hank Aaron died. He was normal. Here comes the fear again. Then we're told, without being vaccinated, even though the numbers on CNN and MSNBC every 5 minutes was, whoa, look at these numbers. Black people are hit the hardest. Look at these numbers. Numbers start disappearing from the main headlines. They create flash, but I mean, it's not a serious thing no more as it was during the campaign of the presidencies. And now it's just numbers, quiet, and all of a sudden, without vaccine, go gather in numbers. Basically, you could say it like this. Go gather in numbers. Now, most black people, a lot of black older people go to church. And if we were hit statistically, which we don't have any stats on how many black people been affected by this disease, they just say we're number one. No, we want to know how many people have died. Is the number sufficient? How many numbers should die? One thing for sure, when people go gather at buildings, guess what? They're going to let their guard down. Why are we suddenly on February 27th? Churches is open everywhere, whether you've been vaccinated or not. How many people will take the vaccine? And if another virus comes, are they scientifically studying the stats of how many people don't trust the government? How many people don't trust our government? They know black people doesn't trust the government, and now there's a bunch of white people don't trust. So if one more plague come through here, what's going to happen? People are going to be questioning. The rollout of the vaccine could have been accomplished easy with a simple, easy National Guard rollout. Everyone would have got their vaccine, we'd be back normal. Why was that held back? If it's a national security issue because you don't want it through the military, we understand that, but why ain't it fully disclosed? Why did it go away silently after even Trump said 1 billion times that his generals and them was ready? So I guess the imagery there is, oh no, that's not the best way. Biden knows the best way. The military can't get involved because it's going to look like something over in Uganda. Whatever it is, it looks like people are playing politics with people's lives. That's how it looks to me. And why do we have on the media? You don't hear on the media, I haven't saw it, oh, look at the churches, they're just going back to church. Where'd that information come from, that it was okay to go back to church and gather? We're talking about older, civil rights generation, because most young people, they're not in church, African American. Them civil rights people are at church, gathering. And no questioning at all. Wait a minute, weren't we supposed to get the vaccine? We still don't have the vaccine. There's now the vaccine, I think, in 130 countries, third world. They haven't solved this issue. And it's quiet. The news is on everything but the urgency to get the vaccine out. Was it bad as what they said? And if it was, why are we allowed to gather all of a sudden? Two issues. Immigration was first. Well, we know that was a political move because of the homelessness and lack of jobs and business closed down in America. That is straight political for vote. And I hope many immigrants be able to get a shot at here. I know a guy from Uganda, and man, they don't have nothing. No toilets, nowhere. Mexico, down at the Rhine. So definitely I'm for immigration, but why is that first versus stop the vaccine by National Guard? Why? And why second, clean air? I got my sisters and brothers out on corners being paid, hey, we need to clean up the air. And I thought to myself, clean the air? Brother, can we get a job first? Can some people get a house or a part, anything? Why are they running to deal with America's issues right in front of us, like poverty? Why are the borders wide open right now? Well, people can cross into the country. God help us if someone comes and they have some kind of disease or a plague. Why isn't that serious? One day, is it going to be somebody comes over the border or fly in here from some country? If I was a terrorist, I would just fly my butt over into America. We're so loose. So clean air, immigration at the top. And everything on CNN and NBC and Fox News was political. Look at this, look at that. The numbers, look, ooh, Trump, ooh, ah. Look how bad it is. Now all of a sudden, without a vaccine, look how good it's getting. The numbers are going down. Hey, go back to church. Man, personally, I smell a rat. Pinky ring power moves in scientific studies to see what group is what and how they are responding to this thing. Too much distractions, not enough focus, and just plain math. 10 times 10 is 100. It's better than 10 plus 1. Logistically, could have got it done in a day. But now, you've been told by a leader that we trust, go gather, go to church. Oh, the vaccine, don't worry about that. But it was so bad just months ago during the debate. Oh, no, trust me. Don't worry about that. Just go to church. Church is open on the February the 27th without an explanation of why the vaccine wasn't given first. Now, if I was going to kill off an older generation, that's the way I would play. I would stall. And then I would go, well, this is, we're doing this and we're doing that. And if you notice, it still haven't got to many of your hoods yet. The vaccine. Now, if it comes, you got a split energy about taking it. Now, knowing what happened in West Africa, and we had now we have the epidemic hospitals in Nebraska and et cetera. Google it. The bottom line, bro, it looks bad because the longer you wait, the more older people can contact it, and the more they gather in groups, the more they can contact it. You get more bodies in the long run. I'm not saying this is a fear conspiracy. I'm just using simple math. And what would they already have said? They already said it was, oh, the African-American neighborhoods. Oh, you give us a black lady. See, it's safe, like West Africa. See, y'all, it's safe. Well, to take the vaccine might be safe. That's what you say. But then we haven't took it. And you're still telling us to go back now to church. Where is it on, why wasn't it nationally announced? Why didn't we hear about it? Was it a phone call? It don't make sense. And it's just poor stewardship. It is the worst stewardship you can think of. I can govern better than that. I can say this. No, don't gather in groups till you get vaccinated. Why won't they say it? Is that really looking out for the public's best interest? They already slipped on the logistics. You say, Bonnie, well, he's moving fast. Not fast enough not to say go to church. Brother, that's moving way too fast. We ain't even got the vaccine yet. California lists are bad and people can go to church on the 27th. But it was so bad just months ago. Oh, stay inside. We campaigned stay at home. Now without a vaccine, go gather. Which one? Which message do we believe? Because it looked like split energy. It looked like no one has wisdom. It looks either we're blind, delusional, and it's allowed to happen because sowing and reaping, or it's a conspiracy or a scientific study of some kind. Anyway, in the end, God has the last word. We believe that everything will turn out right. But what is in front of me, I'm going to call it what I see as very, very, very poor governing. Very poor governing as far as COVID-19. Sending mixed message, split energy, and a double-minded nation of people can't receive anything because it's split. Politics come before people. Persuasions come before testing the spirits and testing what they're saying and looking at what they said before and then how they just fickle like the wind blowing, change the position. Now you can go to church without the vaccine. What if they would have told the West Africans to do that? And not a shot fired, not a question. The young people, they're okay. It's those civil rights generation people thinking. It's those older generation, not just civil rights, all the older people. What about all the property that it cheats back to the state? What about all the people that are on insurance plans and all these big companies, Rockefellers, J.P. Morgan, Rothschild, and Goldman Sachs, stock market, Wall Street? Why? Who's going to get their stuff? We talking about single people. We talking about people without wills. It cheats back to the states. So if I was wanting somebody to die and not pay them, hurry up and die, I'm going to be slow to get you vaccine. Worse, I'm a fear monger. Don't trust them so you won't get it so I can annihilate you. A certain group of thinkers. It's like Hitler wiped out a certain group of thinkers and then brainwashed them to believe in a false Messiah. There will be no saviors. And your steps better be ordered of the Lord, and you better be hearing the Holy Spirit for yourself. It is too much deception. I smell a rat. And this is not designed to fearmonger. It just doesn't make sense to not have done what was said at the debate. Look at the last debate. To use the logistics things to get the people vaccine. And then you got this long drawn out, because the more you wait, the more people can get it, older people, and the more they can die. Now, whatever. Project Restoration, Jeremiah 23 and Hoods. Trust in the Lord and lean not. Put all your trust in man. There could be a curse there. Ask the Holy Spirit, should you go to church? And ask the Holy Spirit about your elders. It looks like they're playing with people's lives. So you better be hearing from the Holy Spirit yourself. God, what about this? We need critical thinkers like never before. Project Restoration, Jeremiah 23 and Hoods. If you trust in the Lord, He'll put peace in your heart, regardless of what's going on. But it's fair to ask these questions. God bless you.